Hey, welcome everyone. Welcome to week 3 and day 2. And today we are going to enter in a wonderful, wonderful subject today. So before Prerna ji will take over, there are some questions. So I would like to invite you before we start, Nisha, to ask me the question. Yeah, Nisha, go ahead.
Yeah, I was wanting to know that suppose there is a particular task which is not completed in a sprint.
Mhm.
Is it carried forward to the next sprint or does it go back to the product backlog? And then based on the importance, it's placed up or down, depending
Okay.
on that.
That's a wonderful question. That's a wonderful question. And this is a key question. Rather, I wanted to ask this question during the session, last session, and before those session. So before I could answer that, I would invite others to answer that. Okay. Is it okay for you, Nishaji?
Oh,
I
yeah,
will.
I'm perfectly fine because I have
Okay.
this one confusion there.
Yeah, I will anyway answer them. So yeah, who would like to grab this opportunity to answer Nisha about this question based on your understanding happened last few days during the courses? So give some push to your brain and um, come out with the
But
answer.
see, Gauravji, to my understanding, it should go back to the product catalog and based on the importance at that particular point in time, they'll place it up or down. But to what we were discussing, it's carried forward to the next sprint. So in
Hmm.
one of the lectures, I think I heard that spoken. So
Okay,
I just,
I will clarify that as well. Whether you heard it right or not, or something
yeah,
else you needed to hear and you heard something.
I
So
misunderstood it.
no worries. So great to ask then, right? So yeah,
Mm.
who would like to answer this question? Dipti, may I request you to answer this question?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I think it should go into the sprint backlog. I think
Okay.
after every sprint, if we are not able to deliver anything, it's as per my understanding. I'm also not very sure,
Hmm.
but I think it should go to sprint backlog.
Okay, and then
And
because
and because it was under high priority, that is why we have chosen it in this particular in the current sprint. So it should definitely carry forward to the next sprint rather than going to the product backlog and then prioritizing, because it was already prioritized as the
yeah.
it was already prioritized as
Okay.
urgent or
Okay.
to be
Thank you.
completed in this.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for answering this. There is one more question connected to this, so I would ask that as well. But any other minds, any another thoughts, Chanchal and Mayank, what would you say?
I had the same thought what Deepti said. Like
Okay,
it will
okay,
go directly. Yeah.
okay, awesome, amazing. Thank you. Yeah, Mayank, would you like to add something? I hope you are there with us. Okay, so considering the time, you can just punch in the type window if you are there with us. Just type with you and let me answer Nisha's question. Okay, Nisha, let me ask you one question before I answer your question. Okay, the question is
Mhm.
like, based on our previous discussion, I had told you that what if someone comes in during the sprint from
Mhm.
customer end, from stakeholder, and asks the dev team, here, this is a very minute change, I want it to be incorporated in the current sprint. Then that time, what do you do?
At that time, normally to what I I understand is once one sprint has started, we do not add or delete anything from that. That sprint backlog remains the same. We
Yes.
normally do not add anything.
Yeah. So what do you
But
do if you won't add? Then what do you do?
so maybe you would put it in the sprint backlog for the next sprint to start once that sprint is over.
You as in who?
As of now,
You
no,
as in.
the product manager, the product owner would put
Okay.
it the top priority in the product backlog. So that
Okay.
will be the first item to get on to the next sprint.
Okay, let me get in deeper level. So when I
Mhm.
ask this question, that when a customer comes to you, ask requesting you, hey, you can incorporate the small changes. So when he is requesting you, you could be the part of dev team. So if you are the part of scrum team, dev team especially, that time what
Mhm.
would you do? because you are not the product owner at
See,
that time.
if it is very, very minor and it's like not going to take too much time or effort, I would try to incorporate it.
Okay, okay. So thank you for answering this. I see that Mayank has unmuted yourself.
Sorry, guys, I was a little tied up in a bunch of things, and
Okay,
I was
so
listening to you guys, but I was
okay,
also
okay. So accumulate everything together at the focus towards the session. I want every one of you to put the focus. Focus means not simple focus. Bring your laser focus. Okay, laser focus, because these conversations are very, very and very important. That's number one. Number two, the answer is what you gave, Nisha, that because it is the very minute change and you can incorporate is not right. It's not right. It's not right. Be it any kind of change, as a dev team, you need to inform to product owner. Okay, customer has come up with this, and they are insisting that this is a very minute change, very small change, and I think I can incorporate, but should I? So that time it's product owner's decision that in this sprint whether he will take or not. But in general, product owner does not entertain such in between request, and for that scrum master supports to it. That's number one. Number two, to answer your question, if these things are happening again, let me ask you another question, because your sprint just got over and you missed one priority item. Okay, it means customer has asked you, okay, fine, give it to me in another sprint. Okay, so then the sprint review meeting will happen, and in sprint review meeting it will be decided by product owner whether it will go inside the next upcoming sprint or not. So that is the backlog item. Okay, so anyways, the moment product review will happen, today is the topic which Prerna ji will explain us what happens. This missed part will be deferred and go directly into the backlog item. Okay, because anyways we will do before the sprint planning, before the sprint get start, before things will get ready, we will also do what? Sprint planning. Okay, where we will
So which
prioritize.
backlog it goes into? Product
So
backlog or
product
sprint
backlog. Product backlog, it will go directly, because in the sprint backlog we will again define in sprint planning we will again define that we refine the backlog items, right? That okay, so these things are now prioritized and these items have been the part of product backlog item. Do we need to push it or not in the immediate sprint? So that's number one case. But before it goes there into the backlog item, the conversation happens between stakeholder and product owner, and they ask stakeholder itself, okay, this is the missed item from the current sprint, so when do you want it? Because in upcoming sprint these items we had already prioritized, and we are thinking that these are the already prioritized item, but anyways we will be reprioritizing, and that's why the terminology is backlog refinement that happens during the sprint planning. So how do you want it? So based on that conversation, based on that agreement, based on the acceptance, what will happen in the immediate next sprint planning meeting, some backlog items will be pulled from product backlog item to sprint backlog item. And remember one thing always, the moment we are talking about anything's coming into the sprint sprint backlog item, that always come from the product backlog item. Okay, so is it making some sense how things will get stacked in sprint backlog item? It comes from product backlog item. When it comes into the sprint backlog, the moment sprint planning start. Has it made clear? Did you get your answer, Nisha?
Yes. And
Oh.
one more question. Can a customer directly get in touch with the dev team? I thought the customer's voice is only the product owner. So if the customer has anything, he would spell it out to the product owner.
So customer can directly get in touch with. Sometime it happens. What happens?
Okay.
You are you're working in the support. Okay, you're working in the support. You are the face, and you are the name. So what may happen? Some support you might be directly giving. So there are two cases. Either you become the face of the support team and you interact with him, being the support member, disguising your name. But sometime what happens during the continuous meeting, customer come to know about you, that you are the person who helped the client during production means things were going live, and now you are the part of support as well. So he might have liked your work, and that's the reason the moment he or she comes to know that you are part of support, they may directly interact with you. Okay, such scenario may appear. Okay, and that's why and it has been seen in the past, in the corporate journey, that it has been practiced by customer. Okay, so you cannot just prevent them by asking, hey, don't get into that. But based on some situations, sometime product owner take a stand and they say, let the communication go through us. But since we are agile, we are in flat hierarchy. It's not some hierarchy people follow. Things goes in flat, flat communication. Okay, so that's to answer you. So okay, so let me start today's session. Okay, let me bring the slide in front of you guys. And yes, so once again, welcome to week 3, day 2. And the plan, what as per plan we are going. So we are trying to cover as many things as possible. Last time you learned more thing about the scrum planning, sprint planning, sprints, and various meetings, especially sprint planning meeting. And today we would be working towards sprint review with high quality definition of done. And also we will come to know about the wonderful question asked by Nisha, product backlog management. But we would see that whether we can cover this all up today or not. If we cannot, we will take few things in the next session, of course. So yeah, so by the way, let me ask you one question. If you are listening to Earl Nightingale as a part of assignment, okay, every day, who can answer me what is the success? You remember I keep on checking with you guys that
Success
yeah,
something you choose, what you think you want.
and what Earl says about it. Who will answer this? Any answer? If you are a listener,
Achieving your goal.
okay,
Working towards achieving your goal.
okay. Any other answer, Chanchal? Would you like to ask something?
Success is, I have read somewhere, like it's a progressive realization of a worthy ideal.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. And that
Yeah.
says that you don't have to read, you have to listen. Okay, so a round of applause for Chanchal. She said it right. Success is the progressive realization of your worthy ideal. Okay, it's a worthy ideal, worthy goal. So go back again, listen to him, and let it register in your brain. Okay, so on this note, let's start once again, and let me share the week 3, day 2. So yeah, so that was your day 1, session 1 assignment. So before I get into that, I did not hear yet Prerna ji. So Prerna ji would like you to take from here. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Gauravji. And first of all, a warm welcome to all my, session mates. So yes, with a gap of one session, I'm back, and thank you so much for your kind.
I lost your voice only. Did I or someone else too? I think.
Cannot see the screen.
Yeah,
slide
yeah,
on the
yeah. So
screen.
there was a internet issue at my end. So I'm
Okay,
back.
okay. Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes,
So
not an
yeah,
issue.
yeah, yeah. I hope you can see it now.
Yes, yes, very well. We can
Okay.
move to next slide.
Okay. You
Yes.
have, because I missed what you were saying, so that did not get recorded. Yeah, yeah. We will move to next slide.
Quality. And I suppose last session was, as always, super interesting. And as I can gauge from your questions, all of you do have a good understanding of sprint planning, right? So let me also start with a quick and small and rather simple question. When the word review comes in your mind, or when someone, or when I say a review, not a sprint review, just a review, uh, what one word or what understanding you get from that word? I really like to ask Nisha ji first, because she did ask good questions. So yes, Nisha ji, what do you feel, or what is the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear the word review? What is it? Can you please explain, or just simply state?
Review as in, did it work proper? Has it passed, or
Mm-hmm.
like, or did it not pass?
Okay, these are the questions which would come in a review, right? But then when I simply say a review, what does that process mean? Everybody is open to answer.
How was it?
Chanchal,
Review is your
uh-huh.
opinion of, is the opinion, like you're asking, what is your
Very
opinion
close,
towards the
rather
product,
perfect.
and
Yes,
what is your opinion of it, whether it's
yes.
up to it, or like it's
I can add
100%,
like
or
Yeah, please, please.
it's what's your experience about it. I mean,
Very
opinion
well
and
said.
experience.
Very well said. Experience, opinion. Mayank, would you like to add something on this?
See, review can be, for me, a review would be that
Mm-hmm.
before I give my final decision, I'm reviewing the same thing. So I am making sure the
Mm-hmm.
are dotted and the
Mm-hmm.
T's are crossed. So that is also
Mm-hmm.
a review.
Okay, that's a very different and interesting view as well. And I think that's Deepti, they have joined from Vishal's phone, right? Deepti, are you there? Would you like to
Yes,
add
yes.
something? Yes?
Yeah, it can be a feedback.
Oh, super. Yes, it can be a feedback, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So, to be very honest, what all you had mentioned, review is all of that and lot more. By saying all of that is, yes, review is like a feedback, rather a very small feedback session. Yes, a review is knowing what experience, what analysis. Rather, I was like, looking for the word analysis, but yes, experience, understanding whatever has done. As Mayank said, reviews, knowing what has been done and before taking a final decision. So that's a very good point you had mentioned, Mayank. To be honest, that's a very good line. So, and now in India, that's the annual review period. So I hope you all know when your annual review is, planned or done, how it is. So it's more or less like a retrospective time period when you look back of all the activities done, and you like to, or rather, you have this period to understand and analyze what was done right, what could have been done better, and what are the learnings from that earlier implementation, and what will be your future plans, how your future strategy will be, and how much is there to achieve in future. I know I did not say this in sprint, but this is actually not only in sprint relation, but this review thing is actually applicable to all activities. That might be your personal or your professional. Even students have reviews with their teachers. Teachers have reviews with their principals, maybe. So this is like that. So to be focused and with respect to our topic of discussion, sprint review with best quality, right? So when we talk about review with respect to sprint, that basically means it's it's one of the important milestone per se once the sprint is over, wherein all the essential members, like till now I'm pretty much aware you all are know what are the team members in a sprint, in a scrum team, what are the team members? The basically your product owner, your scrum master, and your development team. That team will include all the resources, but along with them, you remember the word Gaurav ji had mentioned stakeholders. Anybody remembers the word stakeholders? Please say yes.
Yes.
Okay. Only,
Yes,
Yes.
of
only
course.
yes. So thank you, and thank you, Gaurav ji, again for using that word, because when we have topics like reviews or overall, meetings, which is beyond only scrum team, that time the stakeholders like customers, management team from your organization, any third party subject matter experts, those are called SMEs, which are like consultant. You guys know it better. In US mostly all the work profiles are based on consultancy mode. So yeah, consultants, and any other party that is involved, maybe any outside designers, developers, like in many cases in like banks. For example, my bank, we take a lot of third party audits conducted by big companies, big four companies, or like audit experts. So yes, every other party involved in the Scrum process, directly and indirectly, will be a part of this sprint review. So are you guys clear who will be the part of sprint review process or sprint review meeting? Rather, it's a comparatively smaller event than any other, because as you know, as per sprint working, we do not spend a lot of time on any activities unless it is fruitful. So, so if I have to ask you who are or which are the parties involved in sprint review meeting, what will be your answer? If there is a typical interview question, imagine you are having a face-to-face round, and the interviewer asks you, so who are typically involved in sales review, or sorry, sprint review meetings? So what would be your answer? Can I go one by one from everybody? Is there in front of your screen also for your help? It will be
Stakeholders.
stakeholders. Okay, don't start with that first, because they might drill into it. It's a good answer, but then start with the typical hierarchy like product owners and
Dev team. I mean, all the
yes,
parties who were the part of the sprint will be a part of sprint review.
perfect. But then we'll have to drill it down like product owner, scrum
Product
master,
owner, scrum master,
yes,
dev team.
scrum team, dev team, yes, and then Mayank, then you can say
Stakeholder.
stakeholders like
So does
internal
this meeting,
management team.
so it's
Mm-hmm.
technically sprint review is another meeting, right? So does this
Yes,
happen
yes.
after every sprint, or we are select certain sprints, or how does that
No,
work?
ideally, as per the books or as per the theory or as per the practices, this has to happen post every sprint. You remember Goroji was explaining right now when Rishaji had asked the question of product backlog and what is sprint backlog. So how the product backlog is built. It's built over and over along with customer requirement. After every sprint, you take a stock, you review what we have achieved and what we are planning to achieve in the next sprint. So it is recommended, and I think it's highly required to have a sprint review after each sprint. It may not
What
be a
happens in the
very
practical world? You work in the practical world.
yeah, yes, it does. Trust
Prerna ji,
me, it
sorry to
does.
interrupt. May I interrupt
Yes,
you? Okay,
please,
thank you.
please, Gaurav.
Okay,
Yes.
so guys, last time I have told you everything about every ceremony when we were talking about a Scrum event, and there was the point sprint review. Let me tell you clearly, when the sprint planning happens, the moment just before sprint begins. Okay, why? Because in sprint planning we are going to define what is going to get ready, okay, to get delivered. And the moment sprint is about to get over, before that we have all the features ready. So remember, sprint review happen just before sprint gets over. Review is nothing but to make sure whatever has been done, that is ready to deliver. Okay, it does not mean that your sprint has been over. Okay, sprint review happens just before sprint gets over. And in a short terminology, earlier people used to call this event as demo. You have developed a feature, now the client, stakeholder, all these party are over here, are ready to show how this business in reality will work for me. Okay, so just make it simpler. It's a kind of a demonstration what has been built, what has been what has been built, and what is coming to get delivered for customer to use. Okay, so that customer has built the confidence, and they can just simply in this they can say their acceptance. And acceptance is nothing but a non-verbal sign off from the customer. Okay, so it happens just before sprint gets over. It's a kind of a demo of the feature you have developed for client. So this is just a summary. I just wanted to pitch in between. Yeah, and thank you for giving me opportunity to pitch in. Prerna ji, back to you.
Sure. Thank you so much, Gauravji, for adding this. I will request you to go on to the next slide. So, as Gauravji has rightly mentioned, before coming to the absolute end of the session, or sorry, the sprint, we have this review meeting. And review meetings, as they are at times, called as demo also, though we all not always use that word, but it is understood, as Gauravji has mentioned, that we need to take a stock of what all features, as we're talking about IT and Scrum, what all features we have developed, and what all upcoming functionalities that we'll need to implement in the next sprint. So that is basically understood, and whatever features we have developed, how we went about them, how we implement them, could have been it better. There could have been a better way. We all put in our thoughts, and also also provide a demo of those features to the internal and external stakeholders. So before the sprint review, we have to know what is the agenda for the sprint review. I have specifically added this slide for the understanding that you will have these pointers, that what is the basic agenda for this meeting, and then there will be clarity amongst you that okay, this is the reason or this is the agenda why we have this meeting. So so for development team, what they can understand is what went well. So yes, we should always start with the positives, that okay, we achieved this. When we talk about a demo or review, we say okay, out of say 10 items in that particular string, just for example, we could achieve 9. That's probably a very good number. That's rather 90% of success from development point of view. So yes, problems that arose is pretty common and easy to understand while in that development process or brainstorming process. Whatever issues, any challenges, impediments, any hurdles, they come across, then they have to state that. And the best part is not only knowing the problems, but how they resolve those problems, right? So that even provides a guideline for the further sprints. That, okay, that if you are stuck with this technical issues or this understanding issues, how you are going ahead with it. You are getting a consultation from your tech lead, or you are asking for your what do you say? You're asking your technical architect to pitch in, or you're taking any consultants or any other thing. How you have managed successfully to overcome that problem. And yes, as the Gauravji has highlighted, it demonstrates the completed work and product backlog items. So product backlog being the what do you say, the ultimate task uh, collated, repository, if I have to call it. So we have to know, or as a team will have to share with the customers and internal stakeholders that this was achieved during, this was completed during this sprint, and this will go into product backlog items. And then in future, in the course of meeting, we can also understand that this can also go to next sprint, so that can act as a sprint backlog for the next sprint, right? Right now, I suppose you all are very well versed with the words sprint backlog and product backlog. You know that it's a product backlog is a bigger and larger repository, and then from that we keep taking chunks as per priority, as per customer demands, or as per your development process. And also, from product owner point of view, so am I clear on this part? What is the agenda from development team point of view? I have one more slide for agenda, so I'll go through again that. One second, Gaurav, just go back to product owner. Yes. So product owner, for product owner, it's basically explaining and sharing what is the actual product backlog we have, and also the roadmap or the future strategies of how we are going ahead about it, how to implement that. And and also like completion dates with various completion rate velocity, like uh, within given team members, within the given along with the current technical or skills expertise, what are the future completion dates looks like, or when we will be doing future sprint planning, next sprint planning. It's not like they have to come up with a schedule, but yes, having some rough idea or fair idea about how the existing product backlog or next sprint will be achieved, they can share that. So always imagine or always consider this when we talk about the development team. These are the grassroots people who actually work and implement on the things to be delivered, whereas product owner has an, as well as it has an eagle view wherein they work on the strategies and vision to complete the particular sprint as well as the complete project. So yes, they will even prepare the roadmap or how to go ahead in future. Gauravji, I would like to, yeah, please, next slide. Okay.
So I have a quick question. So
Yes, ma'am.
velocity you mentioned, right?
Yes.
And how long does it take? The
How?
product owner is interested in that, or I think the Scrum Master would be more be interested in that. So product owner,
Okay.
why is product owner very keen to understand that?
Okay. Well, very apt question. You know what happens, as you rightly mentioned, Scrum Master should be aware. So Scrum Master and product owner both go hand in hand. During the entire sprint, as you are aware, Scrum Master is very closely working with dev team and internal Scrum team as well as product owner. So all that communication, understanding the rate of delivery of your product, of your development team, of your expertise involved, and the outcome achieved, that is communicated to the product owner, by the Scrum Master, because Scrum Master is comparatively closer to the day-to-day working as compared to product owner. So all that information has come obviously from product owner's own observation and understanding as well as Scrum Master. So during the review, as Scrum Master has the highest authority and say in these things for sprint planning is a, he decides that. Still, I would like Gaurav ji to add something on that if he had some other interesting
Yes,
views.
yes, I
Yes.
have some interesting view with one example, and I would like to talk about this after the moment this slide gets over. Yeah.
Perfect, perfect. So I'll just run through it again. It's again similar to what I had mentioned in the earlier slide, but it was more on bullet points. So I thought I'll just add it. So yes, development team talks about the sprint, as we mentioned, what we have achieved. They review the goal for the sprint. I suppose everybody remember the sprint goal terminology. Yes. So sprint goal is basically, what is the sprint goal, guys? As the simple word goes, what is a sprint goal? Hello.
A few tasks have to be completed in that particular period of time. What?
Perfect. Yes, what we have to achieve in that particular sprint. Yes, that's a simple no, layman English word. That is our sprint goal. What we have to achieve particularly for that in that sprint. So entire team along with development team and your product owner, your scrum master, we review that have you achieved that. Demonstrating new features implemented during the sprint. Yes, if we have implemented few new functionality that you will able to achieve and able to implement. We even mention that, demo that, demonstrate that. Requesting feedback. Yes, I don't remember who said that word, but somebody did say feedback when I asked about the word, when what comes to your mind when you say review. So yes, requesting feedbacks from your stakeholders. See, it goes in two ways. Not only you're demoing or you're giving the demo, your customers or your stakeholders, this is again the word has come, stakeholders. They also give their reviews. And okay, they like this functionality, or no, they wanted more detailed flow, or anything that might be technical, that might be a cosmetic change, that might be anything that those stakeholders feel at that time, or that from their point of view of review. So yes, that is shared. Discussing work not yet accomplished. Yes, that would be like a sprint backlog for that particular sprint, and if that carries forward, it is like a product backlog which we have already known well. Identifying risk and impediments. Definitely, what were the risks or what were the challenges or roadblocks that were faced during the sprint, and what could have been the best way to avoid them or deal with them well. So that all as mentioned. And reviewing project increment objectives, as in the objectives from the overall project point of view. Now we were talking only about sprints, but ultimately, sprint by sprint, as we complete successfully, we are going towards achieving the overall objective of a project, right? A project, it's broken into multiple smaller sprints for a faster and easier achievement, or quicker delivery. So are we in align with the project objective, along with completing successful sprint delivery. And last but not the least, looking ahead to the next sprint and using the top lines from the product backlog. Yes, top lines meaning which are the high priority items, which are the items asked by the customers or stakeholders. Those need to be or have to be taken up for the next sprint. So now I will ask Gauravji to explain if he has anything to add, and then we will come to you guys if you have any question about the sprint review meeting agenda or whatever we have discussed till now. So Gauravji, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Prerna ji. Yes. So before I begin with this agenda only, I think we will cover in this small talk much more bigger part. Okay. How many of you remember last time I shared one wonderful example with you of about car washing? Who remembers that? Let me see. who will answer this? Who has
I
remember?
remember.
Okay, you remember that. Who else? Who else remember? Anyone over here? Car washing. We talked about interior. We talked about exterior.
Yeah, you said certain things is
Mhm.
important without which it can't function ahead. But certain things is
Mhm.
okay, it's like cosmetic. If you don't do it now, also it can function ahead.
Okay,
Like it will
okay.
work.
So since I'm sharing some example, why do I share? Because example relates. Okay, and when example relates, it means you remember. Okay, so and that's why I keep on sharing example, and I love doing that. So I just want to hear from you guys, if you're paying 100% attention, that do you remember about this small project of car washing? Apart from Nishaji,
Yes, yeah.
thank you,
I
thank
do
you,
remember.
Dipti. Thank you, Dipti. Chanchal and Mayank, do you also?
Can you remind me which session was that and what were we talking
Just
about?
in
Because
last session.
I'm throwing a
Okay.
blank. Maybe I'm getting
Okay.
old.
I
I don't
think
know.
We
Gaurav it was the last session, no, before that one session.
yes,
Last
yes.
session, Prerna ji wasn't here, so how does she remember?
Last to last session I was telling,
Yeah,
when
it
we
was
were
not
also
last.
talking about user story creation. In last session we have
Right,
talked in
right.
detail about user story. Okay, but we have also spoken in the means prior to last session about this one. It will you will
Like
be able
step
to
by
connect.
step.
Yeah, step by
Yeah,
step.
you actually said that, we can have different user stories like the interiors and the exteriors and then
Here you
vacuuming.
go. Here you go. So I don't know whether Mayank you could relate that or not, but now please pay a close attention. And because I'm bringing the same example for sprint review. So sprint review. Consider I am what? I am a dev team. Okay, dev team who has been given a job to clean the car. Okay, say for example Mayank is my who Mayank is my customer. Okay, Mayank is my customer, and Chanchal is stakeholder, say for example. Okay, and with me as a dev team, Prerna ji could be one scrum master, and Dipti, you consider yourself as a part of a dev team only, and Nisha ji could be product owner. Okay, so everyone is engaged in this example now. So, and remember your role. I may ask you that who are you? You can pitch in. Okay. So, what exactly happens? Mayank is my customer, say for example, and Mayank has come for to me for first time for car washing. Okay, and he asked me, "Hey, how long the entire project will get over? How long this entire project will take over?" So, I see the condition of the project or the car or the requirement, and I would say, hey, it has got various parts to be work upon. I need to work on differently in interior, then exterior. Interior I will define in a different way about ceiling, then ground, and also there are various part to be cleaned up at deeper level. Just don't assume that how we go to normal garage and get the things done clean. It is not happening in that way. We are considering entire car as a project, car washing as a project. Okay, so I just tell Mayank, giving him feedback before I need to take this project from him, and I have intent that Mayank will keep on coming to me. Okay, so I tell him this is the 8 hours of job because I am going to give you something phenomenal in this car washing and cleaning. Some add-on value will be there. So I'm dividing it in interior and exterior, then front and rear. Okay, so these are the four user story or four epic we will be working upon. So he says then further, okay, so which one you will be taking further? So then I say I will consult my team and I will get back to you. Then I come back to my then now whatever I have spoken, in fact, it should have been spoken by Nishaji because she was what? Product owner, right? Nishaji?
Yes.
Okay, so this conversation, understand that it happens with Nishaji and Mayank. Now Nishaji comes to me and Vaishali and Prernaji and discloses about this project. This new project has come. Okay, and immediately side by side, Chanchal and Mayank are talking about, hey, this project has gone to this team, and they will be working on that. This is the scheduled day they will be coming back. And now when Nishaji talks about that, she consults the dev team, me and Vaishali, and keeping loop in Prernaji that what we will take first. Can we take the interior first? And we agree that okay, we will pull this only one item, that interior cleaning first. Okay, we agree on that. Nishaji as a product owner goes back to Mayank talking about we have just now done sprint planning, and we have pulled one user story or one epic in the first sprint, and we will be delivering you first item as an interior cleaning. Mayank agrees on that, and he asked, okay, so you said that it will take, the entire car washing will take entire day, but this kind of work, say for example interior, how long it will take? Then I gave him some ballpark figure and say that it should be done within 2 hours. Okay, he says okay. So then what happens? Nishaji again keeps on checking. Scrum Master is just working with us, Prernaji working with us, making sure that my cleaning is going on and no one is coming. I'm not bugged by others' phone. Dipti and me both are together working, cleaning inside. One is taking the half part of the body inside, one is taking care of the another half side of the body, and the work is going on. And we have come to close to the end of 2 hours, and product owner, means Nishaji, comes and checks with the Scrum Master that how the support has been till now. Do you think that things will be over within the time? And Prernaji says yes, exactly, and we can invite Mayank and Chanchal for the review now. Just pay very close attention. Now review happens. Review, I switch on my camera. Okay, I switch on my camera. Then Mayank and Chanchal together with excitement text the look inside, and I show them everything from inside. How does it look like? And Mayank is excited, Chanchal is excited. Chanchal is excited, and both are almost delighted. But Mayank says, or Chanchal says, I want this dashboard is really not shining the way it should shine. Okay, so I see some scratches on the dashboard. Can you clean it up, or can you take part? Then discussion happens. I'm as a dev team, I could not comment on thing, but I say okay, that will happen. Immediately Nishaji pitches in, and she talks about, okay, this scratch what you are seeing at the car, so this is the older one. We can work upon this, but in the next sprint we are not going to work. We will just work on the last sprint, and it is doable. We will apply some patch or something that will be done. So do you want this to be prioritized first immediately? Mayank consult with Chanchal, with stakeholder. Hey, we think we can take it at the last level, because they have done their wonderful job of shining the dashboard. Interior cleaning is super. I'm fantastic. I'm feeling fantastic about it. Chanchal says, okay, that's fine. That's I'm also okay. So guys, are you with me while I am explaining? Are you still with me, engaged in this example? Okay, thank you for your answer. Chanchal and Mayank, I need feedback from you.
Yes.
Thank you. Mayank?
Yes,
Thank you.
definitely. Yes, made a lot of clarity. Thank
Okay,
you.
now coming back to this example. Now what happens? These guys, stakeholder and client, they just got agreed, and they are super happy, and we celebrate because my customer is happy. We celebrate, and what we do say that, hey, I'm so much happy. Product owner says that I am so much happy. We have come to the end of this review meeting. The moment product owner says that, immediately Chanchan and Mayank say, Okay, that's okay. That's okay. But what do you think? What do you think the entire project will take again? Means, can we get bit earlier? Now let me reshare my screen and go to the slide. Okay, what is happening here? Who is answering this? Who is being questioned? Okay, product owner. Discuss current snapshot of product backlog and roadmap. Now that's what happening in this example. Mayank quickly connect with Nisha as a product owner, and he does not forget to check about the entire project clarity again as a touch base point. Okay, and he says, do you think that how is going to happen? Can we deliver before time, prior to time, or exact at the time, whatever you have committed? Now it comes to product owner. Product owner say that the way we are doing, you just now see our review happened just exactly before 2 hours. I think with this speed we can deliver you beforehand, but let's stick up with the plan, because we have to consider various things. Like you have come up with the new item which was about the scratch, and we were not totally agreeing on that. We had not considered that, because that was the by default in this product, or by default the feature of this car. Okay, so this is how happens, and we come into the agreement. Client is happy, I am happy, dev team is happy. My scrum master gave me pat on back and say, hey, wonderful job, Gaurav, you are amazing, fantastic part of my dev team. So let's continue the good work. And here the sprint review is done. Okay, I gave you the entire picture covering the agenda, everything, who discusses what, how product owner is getting involved with client, and how client and stakeholders are really interacting with each other, how Nisha ji as a what do you call product owner is coming into this, me and Dipti closely working, and Prerna ji as scrum master is making sure that no impediments is coming into the picture. And we have not yet delivered the car, we have not yet delivered the this thing, means we have just got the sign off. Okay, we have not finished our work, but this is the feedback that we can stop the work what we were doing for last 2 hours, and can come out and start our new work of the exterior work. Okay, and just before doing the exterior work, and just finishing after finishing the current work, there will also be one more meeting. Okay, because we have not told to the client, to Mayank, that it is done. This is how it has happened so far. Please have a look at it, because customer is reviewing. Customer might come up with few things where he can give feedback, and he's interacting with product owner. Product owner can decide something has to be what kind of decision we can take. So if customer is happy, then it's a done from customer. Customer is happy, we all are in alignment. When customer says yes, when he or she says thumbs up, then consider that now it has time that we can go ahead, and we can say that sprint is almost got over. And this was the first sprint of a car washing interior part. I just gave the example. Okay, so thank you so much for getting engaged into that and having this clarity. So everyone is clear with this example, then I can just go back to Prerna ji. Give me some
question. I have a question.
Yeah.
In sprint review, you didn't discuss what went good during the cleaning up of the car, what was difficult, like what didn't go very well, and what could be done better, or that goes under retrospective?
That will go under retrospective.
So
Okay.
in the previous sprint review slide, there was that thing in the agenda, what went good, what did not go good.
Yeah, so that will also happen. Means this is not the formal talk, this is just a casual talk. Okay, so okay, so it is just that means as a team we are also working on that, but we need not to focus over here in the sprint review. Always remember
that becomes
this
retrospective.
That becomes retrospective. Rightly said. Okay, so please don't get stuck with that. So thank you for asking that and getting it clarified. So guys, everyone got this example clear, very clear? Yeah,
Very well explained.
Yes.
so let's
I
move
have one
further.
question.
Yes,
Sprint review and retrospection are same or they are not?
they are not. They are not.
I
Okay.
thought review is same as retrospection.
No, that's a wrong thought.
So how they are different?
Okay, so let me tell you, what did I say? Sprint review. Okay, in sprint review, we get the feedback from the client. Okay, we get the feedback from the client. Client is engaged, stakeholders are engaged, and retrospective is something internal. Okay, client is optional. Okay, and in review, client is going to review that. Internally we are anyway working. Client has to be engaged in the review, and he has to, and she has to give the feedback. In retrospective, retro means going back. Okay, and inspect. What do? You go back and inspect, you introspect. Okay, and that's why the word came, retrospect. Okay, and in introspection, what do you find inside? You find in yourself something goodness, something flaw. What exactly happens when you start thinking about yourself? You will come up with some amazing insight, how wonderful I am. Okay, I need to work on these area. My relationship is not good with this fellow. I need to work upon. I have this amazing goal. There is a lot to work upon. Okay, so these things are happening with whom? Within yourself. Then when we are talking about retrospective, then with whom it should have happened? It should have happened with our close group. Okay, who has worked upon that? Okay, who is working on that? As you are working, as your team is working. Introspect comes to whom? To self. Because who works on that? It is self. It is yourself. Okay, you work on that, and that is why it is introspect. Okay, and it's about the close person. It's about close relationship. It's your relationship with you, because you are the driver of your own goal. You are deciding over there. So there is a much lot things to come up about the retrospective. We will be covering about that. So just for now, just take this, that retrospective is coming later, the moment sprint is getting over. So I gave you the example of the internal cleaning has been done. So now what will happen? Before I move towards where? Before I move towards this in external cleaning, I will have Scrum Master will quickly arrange one in this transition, quickly arrange one retrospective meeting. Now let me tell you, considering the client's demand in past, what has happened, and it has been seen in the industry. It has been seen in the industry. Sometime people skip this retrospective meeting because in this we are not delivering. They are not giving the weightage. Now it's totally whose responsibility that he has to make sure that retrospective meeting happens. Who will answer? Scrum Master.
Scrum Master.
Yes, Scrum Master's job. So
both review and retrospection, they
are
don't
different.
happen. Yeah, they are different, I know. So they happen at end of the sprint, or they can happen in between the sprint as well.
So one this retrospective happen and during let me tell you clearly. So sprint review happens just before sprint gets over, because review is mean to get to the edge of sprint completion. Okay, and unless review does not happen, sprint does not get over. Remember this. So review has to happen before we call that sprint is over. Okay, that is one thing.
Yeah.
Second, the moment sprint is over and new sprint is about to start, in this transition, what happens? In this transition, Scrum Master's job is there, that he has to gather everyone together and he has to bring learning out of every team member. There they discuss what went well, what did not go well, what we could have done differently. Okay, these learnings are jotted down. What is the purpose of retrospective? So that through this learning, what we do, we can incorporate these learning into upcoming sprint. And this is only because we have to collect the learning and insight to incorporate into the new sprint, to deliver it in a better way. What happens, few people, majorly product owner or project manager, they give it a little weightage, but it is Scrum Master's responsibility to identify how important this meeting is, and who is going from the value of Scrum mastering or being a Scrum Master. He will make sure that retrospective does not get missed. Okay, did I answer you, Dipti?
Yes, yes. So
Thank-
sprint review happens just before the end of the sprint, and sprint retrospection happens just before the start of the next sprint.
Yes, yes, yes. Rightly, right. Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
getting. Yeah, welcome.
I have a quick question. So, is product owner mandatory in both? I know in sprint review, he's one of the key person. In sprint retrospective, also, is he mandatory?
No, he's optional, and that's why he misses that. That's why he does not give weightage to it. Okay, and that's why many in industry, many project, what happens means this project manager or product owner misses that. His means barely or rarely,
But he's invited.
he is invited. Yeah, he is optional. He is invited, and usually they don't attend that meeting. They have a lot many things to do. Okay.
I would like to add on this point.
Yeah,
Mayank,
please go
first
ahead.
of all, very important question. And, try to think from this point of view. As Gauravji had explained earlier, and I was sharing that sprint review is more or less like a demo with your, client, with your customer, and again, other stakeholders. So apparently, you're representing your work and your organization to some third party or to prospective or current clients, right? So that time, product owner being one of the authoritative or one of the key components of the Scrum, he is there, he is active, he takes control, and he even charges or not charges, navigates through the entire demo, right? Whereas retrospective, on the other hand, is more or less like an internal team meeting to understand what we achieved, where we went wrong, what could be better. So therein, as Scrum Master and Dev team and other team members are already closely knit, Product Master is optional, though he is invited being a part of the Scrum. But as per his availability and priority, he is optional. But for the demo purpose, as we all know, whenever there is a demo with customer, our superiors and managers are the first one to get decked up and ready and be there. That doesn't matter if they're present or not, but in general also, your entire hierarchy is available or present whenever you give a demo to the customer. So try to have that bifurcation in mind, right, Goroji? One
Yes,
is
yes,
more
absolutely right.
internal, one is to the customer. So I know these two terminologies sound little confusing at times or similar. You might feel, oh, we are doing the same thing. Majority of the understanding and thought process is similar, but first is more of a demo where you sit with the client, you show them the flow on a machine. It can be a little casual and quick, and for how we give the client demos, we be perfect and we share, oh, we've achieved this is looking this great, this flow is working fine. This is all when we have to present. But then when we sit at team, how we talk, hey, we could have done this better, no, we should do this, we should have more expertise in this technology, we should give more emphasis to this class. So all that, this is a difference. One is for your representation and showing and demo purpose heavily. The second is about your own personal growth as a team, about your achievement, about your roadblocks, or about your navigation, how you're going ahead with the sprint. So I think everybody's clear on that. We have Gaurav ji had given super practical real life example and great understanding. And and anybody has any doubts on this as of now, or should we move ahead?
Main goal of a sprint review
Sorry.
is to get, so the main goal of a sprint review
Mm-hmm.
is to get an acceptance from the customer on the work done. Acceptance or rejection or whatever.
In some on some lines, honestly, it's like a verbal agreement. Yeah, there are no what do you say, paperwork involved. But yes, when we demo to the customer, we want their nod, or we want their go ahead that it's working fine. So yes, in a way, definitely that's one of the major motive or objective of that meeting, that you're showing it to the client, and you're trying to understand their feedback. So yes, so even this word is properly applicable, that demo is more of a client feedback, whereas introspection is more of your own team's feedback about their work, right? Gaurav, can we go to the next slide, please?
Yeah, I think someone else have some question as well. So
Okay, is it? Yeah,
Yeah.
please go ahead.
Yeah. I have a question not regarding the review, regarding the
Mhm.
backlog.
Yes,
Um,
yes.
I just want to understand like the sprint backlog, because
Mm-hmm.
the sprint we plan it very properly depending on the
Mm-hmm.
holidays and the vacations and everything.
Right.
So do we always have things in the sprint backlog, or
uh,
we don't usually
Dipti ji,
have it?
can we park this question for the end, because I think we can means bring it in between as well, and I want to means invite others also to answering your question. So is it okay when
Yes,
we all
yes.
invite do answer together? So yeah, thank you. So back to you, Prerna ji. I'm resharing my slide, and thanks
Sure.
Dipti for
Thank
asking
you.
this. Yeah,
Thank you.
here you
Yes.
go.
So yes, here we can see this is a very interesting and easy diagram. So as we know that sprint is already time bound, every activity works on a tight schedule, or so even the sprint review meeting should not ideally exceed 2 to 4 hours. You should not be investing too much time. You have to what are the parts or important elements of that meeting, that what are the done functionalities. You need to update the product backlog, like if you have achieved some items on the product backlog, take them or highlight them. And then basic next sprint planning date, as in you're not having a detail, as it's a short meeting. For a project, 2 hours meeting is generally a shorter one if we know how the discussion flows. So next spring planning date is generally discussed, that okay, we'll meet again for the upcoming sprint, and we've studied and we've learned sprint planning in detail. So for all that process, this meeting is the starting point, I would say, to start with the date. So does this diagram look easy to you? So we have increments, like we have this sprints at the left side per se. Then we have the meeting hours, we have the team members, product owners, scrum master, team, and others. Others include your customer, your internal, external stakeholders, your SMEs, your might be some interested vendors, depending on the project involvement. So are we good on this diagram? It's quite self-explanatory as well. So is there any doubts on this, guys? Or I can move ahead? Okay, I take that as a I take that as a no. So yes, sprint review with best quality basically means we have to deliver a shippable product increment, as in we discussed this in the first session itself. Every sprint goal or every sprint's outcome has to be a working module or working software or working functionality or workflow, that that customers are more interested, or it's their aim to look at the process, that how it is working. uh, it's not only the static page, or okay, only cosmetic changes, that okay, this page will look like this, or yellow, green, blue. No, the flow, the adding of customers, the updating information, or in Gaurav's with Gaurav's example, cleaning of the car internally, the cushions, the other parts, the windows, everything. So all that has to be delivered, and when each team members, what do you say, input towards the final achievement, like the the code has been completed, the testing has to be completed, and usable piece of software has to be produced or prepared for that particular review. Then during this meeting, the project is assessed against the sprint goal, and that has to be in align with sprint planning meetings. So I mentioned this earlier. Your sprint goal has to be achieved in every sprint. And what are your important highlights, important objectives that you need to achieve? That we need to review. Were we able to achieve, like when Gaurav was explaining of that car cleaning example? Okay, the scratch was not a part of that particular meeting. It was already there. It was not highlighted, so that cannot be treated as a goal. But yes, interior and external cleaning of the car was definitely goal of that sprint. So we have to focus on that. And have we achieved that? So yes, we have achieved that with this much customer satisfaction. That is it. And then when would be the next, like for example, if you have to think about that, now the scratch has to be cleaned or it has to be repaired. Okay, for that we'll have to have a next meeting, because we're going to take that in next sprint. So all these functionalities will have to take step by step with plan. So ideally, team has completed each product ad hoc. Ideally, as it's in a very ideal situation wherein we have to complete or finish or implement all the product backlog. But it's more important that you achieve. So it's not only ticking on paper that okay, I did this, I did that. No. What is the holistic approach? How you are aligning? What is the goal you had that you have achieved or not? So that we need to understand, and uh, and achieve for each sprint. This applies to each sprint. Gaurav, can we move to next slide? Because this was more or less whatever we have explained earlier. Okay.
Yeah, we have.
So yeah, so it's more or less repetitive things what we have discussed. So crossing the finish line and completing work requires a good planning and clear definition of done and focused execution. Like for example, to achieve our planned tasks or activities, we need to be sure, or we need to be confident that we have achieved this thing. For example, many a times, I think you all are at least some way involved or well versed with IT as a part of organization, or at least might have seen or heard about some demos. There are many times when we claim that the development team might claim we have completed this functionality, but when the demo comes, it's a typical IT joke that whenever there is a demo with the customer, the application won't work, or there might be some technical issue. So we need to be foolproof about that, that when we check in the things that okay, they are completed, they are done. Are they absolutely done? Have we achieved that? So that focus, that commitment, and that dedication of achieving the given task is very important. So and that is reflected in the sprint review. So also a culture of delivery per se is like when we have clear processes and development culture to each and every work item. So if you we already discussed, whenever we start a sprint, we are pretty sure that that everybody is clear. Each and every team member, along with their roles, their deliverables are clear. So that clarity of task, that clarity of process, how we go ahead, how we're going to develop, how we're going to test it, how we're going to give it for internal review if required, by the testing team, or is your scrum master going to check that? All that process is a part of delivery, right? Ultimately, what are we doing? We're delivering the product or delivering the application or project to the customer. So that has to be effectively implemented. I know this might sound repetitive, but these are the typical some keywords, when you have to highlight if you're giving an interview, if you're talking, or if you're actually working in an agile environment in future. So there are a few questions which you can ask during the review. Those are like, are stories well defined by project owner, designer, and the engineering team? So as we are all know, the functionalities or the work items are explained in the form of user stories. So are they properly prepared? So because a user story should have all the uh, objective of that particular task to be achieved, what the functionality is required, how it should be achieved, what should be the outcome of that implementation. So all that has to be a part of a user story. That means it has to be a hit on the head, on point explanation. It should not be haywire, it should not be too small, it should not be too lengthy where just going on and on without getting into some final outcome. So along with the demo, we also come to know, or we also understand that all these things were taken care of, how well we implemented them. Gaurav, can you just move to next slide, because after that I'll be asking them for if any doubts they have. Yes. So these are basically typical high level terminologies. But yes, even if you could ask that, does everyone understand and leave the team's engineering values and culture? By using this term, engineering values and culture means, are we being true to what our delivery, or what our agile values are, or what our delivery and output is to be to the customer? So are we being true to ourselves, ethics wise per se, from development point of view? It's not a moral science class, but yes, what we could have done better. You don't say this to the customer, but then as a part of the demo, as you're showing it, somewhere down the line you or your teammates do realize that can be explained later in retrospective. But yes, these are some good questions to be asked to yourself, like how you could have fared well, or how could have performed well. So there has to be clear definitions, there has to be good proper code reviews, automated testing. So engineering values means the typical what I would say, steps which are involved in a proper and flawless, trying to be flawless delivery, wherein you have proper code reviews. Are you guys aware of the word code reviews? Code reviews is just simply means whatever code you have written, that can be reviewed by your peer or senior, or your technical lead, or in some scenario, if the scrum master is a technical resource for him. So that code quality has to be maintained, that it should not be too lengthy, the logic has to be implemented properly, there are some syntax and some grammatical uh, uh, sides of a code writing that has to be followed. So that is done or not, because that improves how your functionality works. Like for example, guys, you tell me, when you go to a particular site, say google.com, in how many milliseconds the page pops up on your laptop? Are you aware? You don't even realize, because while you're typing google.com, the page directly loads, right? Are you guys with me? Hello?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So you know how quick that is. You don't have to wait. Whereas I'm not sure. I don't normally visit such sites which are typically slow, because I really have a very less patience or tolerance towards slow loading. But typical government sites, or when we fill any government form, or if any other, maybe at times school portals, or at times your organization's internal portals, do you know how much time they take to load a page at times? Or when you have low network bandwidth, the page loads slow well. So that's just an easiest example I could give you of good quality code or bad quality code. It depends. If you're written a good code with good syntax, good logic, it is faster, quicker, delivers well. So that's why code reviews, then your testing, and then how the development is sustainable, or it's aligned with agile development. All that has to be taken into consideration. And have we really completed our work? Is it really finished? It is really done? That also has to be considered, that there are no unfinished tasks, unfinished business, unfinished functionalities, with as long as customer demo and the customer delivery is concerned. And overall, the quality of your delivery, it should not be only or the output of your entire sprint should not be only producing what the user story was, or creating or delivering, or it should be just bug free. No, it should be what good service or good delivery you can give to a customer. You have to have that personal touch, that attention, even that care and commitment. So it's not only that you're given a task, so you're finishing it. Absolutely not. It's simple that you, as a part of Scrum team, you have to take the ownership and the keen interest along with the commitment to give the proper delivery. So all these things, because while you're working such a fast paced environment, these things somewhere has to be in your mind along with the demo, that how I could have done better, and those things ultimately reflect, right? So when you deliver well, when you have the best quality code and technology and implementation, that all reflects in your final delivery or output. So guys, do you have any doubts on this? We have explained a lot in detail with Gauravji's super easy and super interesting example to relate with real life. And all these things, sometimes there are some like engineering values, and some words might sound little heavy or little different, but yes, I really, our focus is, mine and Gaurav's focus is to have those words fall on your ears over and over. So when you talk to somebody, when you're in interview, when you're dealing with your other team, all those words being a part of your communication and implementation, that adds the value, that adds the weightage. Gaurav ji, would you like to add on this?
Yes,
Or you to go ahead, please.
yeah, I want to go ahead, but with one small pause. Okay.
Yes,
So I
yes.
feel everyone out over here is comfortable right now, feeling comfortable. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Mayank and Chanchal and Dipti.
Yes.
Super.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. So I don't want you to feel more comfortable right now, because I know that we are closing towards the, we are coming towards the end of the session, and we have something remaining to talk about. So I want you to feel little uncomfortable. Why? Because the moment your comfort zone goes down, if you remember my previous example in earlier days, I have spoken to you about this. The moment your comfort zone goes down, your success zone heightens up. Do you remember that? Hello?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you that you remember it. That's super awesome. So on this note, in whatever position you are in, even I don't care how do I look like, I want you to do something with me. Okay, I want you to do something with me. Please wake up on your feet if you can. And if you are not able to, just be ready to move. Okay. And with me, at the count of 3, you are going to model me. How you are going to model me, and will do something along with me. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Who else is ready for this?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Super, super. I got yes from Dipte. Okay, with some another music. Thank you. So what we are going to do is this. Put your hand up, and move to your left. Okay, closing, just twisting your waist and uttering these words along with me. I'm ready to learn. I'm ready to learn. I'm ready to learn. Okay, just do it along with me. I'm ready to learn. And go to right and say, I'm learning. I'm learning. I'm learning. Okay, I'm learning. I hope you guys are doing along with me. I trust you. Even though I can't see you, I think you are doing with me. Okay. So once that is done, come closer to camera and say that I love what I learn. Give a high five and say, I love what I learn. You can switch on camera and you can give me high five stating this, I love what I learn. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Nisha. Thank you. Be uncomfortable, do it anyway. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Chanchal. Thank you, Mayank. Thank you, Dipti. Super awesome. Let's give a big round of applause to each one of you. I don't care how do I look like, I don't care what I am doing, but this is all about to engaging you guys so that things go deeper inside our brain. It's not about something jargon we are going to get inside. It's not about only lingo. It's also about while you are learning, you must experience, and that's why I come up with the example. So thank you so much for getting involved, and I'm going to the next level towards shifting gears some little up. Even though we have come to the closer of the session, resharing my this example from where Prerna ji has left. So the most important thing is this. Okay, why we did what we did just now. There is a reason behind that. You should feel like you are also being celebrated. You are, even though you are not celebrating, you are being celebrated while we are delivering some value to you. Yes, that is making sense. And that's how your customer has to be felt. And that's how you as a Scrum team member has to be felt. Let me go into presentation mode right now, and let me talk about this. What is party on wrapping up a sprint review? So this sprint review was earlier sprint demo. It has been evolved from sprint demo to be sprint review. Why? Because in sprint demo earlier we used to only focus on showing the code which are completed. And thank you so much, Prerna ji, the very well you have articulated and touch based about the definition of done, talking about the done. So done part is very, very important. I had touch based this in our last session as well. Okay, so from here, we needed to focus on sharing business value is being delivered. Okay, in sprint review, we don't talk about code showing. We are not debugging live in front of customer. Kindly excuse me, some background noises there. I'm going to mute that. Just hold. I come back, resharing. Okay. Yes. Yeah. So you can still see my slide. Yes. Show me thumbs up or just say yes. Thank you for your answer. So yeah, and now what happens from sprint demo to sprint review? Why did we come over here? We only stick up with user story, talking about user story. When the next level agile evolved, we focused more on the context and goal. What is my context? Content is not important for me. Content you may get everywhere. My context is my intent. People, teachers can copy everything out from everywhere, but they cannot copy one thing. And what is that? They cannot copy my intent. And my intent is to get you placed in corporate. My intent, whatever I am telling you should relate. Okay, whatever I'm sharing with you, you should not only listen, sometimes you should experience. Okay, and that's why this is instructor led, and that's the reason I want you to always get involved, and my focus is always end result in my mind. Okay, and that's how it has to happen, shifting from user story to focusing on your context and goal. Okay, then again, feedback aimed at working software. So earlier we used to always talk about working software, how it will work, but now it started the conversation on how value impacts the customer. Okay, so we are talking about value, and when you are getting engaged in this kind of classroom, we are not only delivering you something, we are somehow realizing that how you should feel valued. Okay, so because we had a bigger goal, we are walking on your goal. Your goal is my goal, and that's why I'm putting my more than 100%, and you should be realizing that by now. But tell me who does it. at the 6 o'clock with this level of energy, getting engaged with their student and talking and engaging, inviting you, bringing your insight from you. Who does that? This is nothing but an example of adding value, just not teaching. Okay, why I'm sharing these all together with this important example, or this important point, because you should be able to relate that when you are at the ground, when you are working for your client, how you should be. Your goal should be how your customer should feel. Okay, earlier what used to happen? It used to be boring, only meeting, but it has to be celebration. And you see the words over here. I would like to invite someone to read out it, who want to grab this opportunity to reading this 1-2 lines. You can simply unmute and speak up. Who goes first wins this. Let me see who is there. No one has unmuted yourself. Okay, I want to invite someone. Okay, Mayank, super awesome. Glad that you have unmuted. Go ahead and read this.
And you reading the paragraph, or you want
Yeah,
me to
yeah.
read
This paragraph.
And finally, celebrate. An effective sprint review can be that place where the Scrum team and stakeholders come together for a serious, powerful collaboration, but it is also a time to celebrate altogether the hard work the Scrum team has accomplished before they plunge into the next sprint.
Yes. Thank you so much for reading. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you unmuted and grabbed this opportunity, because, you know, I want to tell you one very important key line. You can take a note of it. Okay. And this is one of my mentor has said to me: how you do anything is how you do everything. How would you perform over here? How would you participate over here? How would you interact over here? How would you get engaged over here? How would you engage your opponent to yourself, or your peer to yourself? That's how exactly you would be doing at the workplace. So you decide how do you want to do something. Okay. So remember always, how you do anything is how you do everything. Give yourself high five. And that's the reason when you engage your body, you know, you go into celebration mode. And that's the reason I ask you to do some activity. Today, we have brought the motion, okay, in our body. Okay. So that's it's your physiology. Your physiology impacts your psychology towards the success. Okay. So, and why we are bringing this all together in Agile and Scrum? Agile is nothing but a mentality. Okay. And that has to be triggered in a well direction. And that's why these all things, never ever forget to celebrate during sprint review, because you are getting engaged with the client, and you have done a really great job. It's time to reward. Give yourself pat on the back. Okay. And just do that. Okay. Let's move here. The sprint review is over. Once it is over, now we have come to the definition of done. This was the wonderful part. I'm not going to touch this. I am not going to go into the detail of it. But last time we have touched base this, and definition of done is also known as DOD. We have also talked about in last meeting DOR. That was definition of readiness. So definition of done is a shared understanding within the Scrum team on what it takes to make your product increment releasable. Definition of done means nothing that things which is releasable. Okay. So you remember last time, how many of you remember we saw the Jira dashboard? We did see it live. How many of you remember? We went to Jira,
Yes.
and we saw something were in to do, something were in progress, and something wasn't done. And this is really phenomenal. When you move those cards, when you slide those cards from to do to done list, and it creates some you know, aiming juices in your mind that you are ready to accomplish something. It gave this feeling itself gives you power to, you know, increment more delivery. Okay. And these are the key point I want to ask you yourself, when we are talking about definition of done, and when we are talking about done, it means things are realizable. I want to answer yourself under these questions. What does it take for a rocket to launch? What does it take for the service engineer to call the customer for the delivery of his her vehicle? And what does it take for a doctor to say the surgery is success? And what does it take for the development team to put the product into production? It's only when it is done. And we are going to talk about some, wait a second. Yeah, three. So these things has to do with one thing, and that is about it's done. Once it is done, and you remember one example I gave you last time when we were touch basing this definition of done, it should not has to happen 90% done, halfway done, sort of done. These things won't work. It is done means done. Okay, whatever was there is zero or one. It's a binary. Okay, so it cannot be in progress and still you're trying to say that it is ready for review, it is ready for demo. Okay, it has to be done. So three main components of DoD are business or functional requirement, which you need to keep the mind on this. You need to have the understanding of this, what you are developing, or what the user story I'm about to say that it is done. And its quality comes under various things like unit testing, is system testing. It is tested well and it is going really flawless and giving good good flow and everything. And non-functional requirement means you are putting some load into that, or putting some testing its performances and all. So these things are just to let you know that what all these three components are, but we will talk more about it. Okay, there is more. There is a checklist, and checklist is coming next. Okay, so on this note, I have one thing to ask you guys. Okay, and what is that? Do you have any question right now? Because we have come to the end and we are 10 minutes over. I went on speaking in last 10 minutes. Not sure whether you guys were with me. So I need to shake my laptop or wake you up to get your answer.
We're good.
I'm good. I'm good.
Thank
I'm
you.
good.
Thank you. Okay, so no questions. So if you don't have any question, there was one question left out related to backlog item, Dipti ji, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So did you get your answer or you still have any question?
No, I just wanted to check like the sprint backlog.
Okay.
Because the sprint is so closely planned and it is planned for, for a couple of weeks, considering everything in mind, the leaves and the holidays. So I think we don't always have the sprint backlog, or do we have it? I mean, sprint backlog will be like, we will rarely have it, only when some sick leaves are added or unplanned leaves are added.
Let me
right?
ask you this question before answering your question. What do you understand by sprint backlog?
Sprint backlog is basically things which we have planned for this particular sprint, but we were not able to deliver it at the end of the sprint.
No. That's the wrong understanding. Sprint backlog is we have only planned. The remaining part you said we have not yet delivered. We have not delivered it. Okay, so it's not that. Okay, let me tell you this way. We have planned to deliver it. Okay, we have planned to deliver it, and those things are in sprint backlog, and they will remain in sprint backlog until sprint gets over. Okay, so these are the integral part of sprint backlog. Sprint backlog has been as you well said, that it has been decided by considering the holiday and all everything from every individual. So it will be the part of, so sprint backlog generally we define during the sprint planning meeting, right? You're aware of this, right, Dipti ji?
Yes.
Yeah, yes.
At the start of the sprint, we have the sprint backlog. Like, these are the things we have to deliver during the sprint.
Okay, and what I have understood when you were answering me, that things which has not been delivered means we are not, we failed to deliver. Was that the thing you meant to say?
Yes. I was just, I think there was one question at the beginning of this session, like we have planned something at the start of the sprint, but due to some unplanned circumstances, we are not able to complete those things at the end of the sprint.
Yeah, so those things will go back to product owner to decide in the next sprint planning. Okay, and
Right.
that's the reason it will undergo again in the product backlog item by default, because in the next sprint planning meeting we will pull that item again and will decide whether we need to put in the next upcoming sprint or not.
Right. So sprint backlog is has nothing to do with what is left at the end of the sprint, right?
No.
It is just at the start of the sprint.
Yes, you got that. You
Okay.
got that. Amazing. Yeah, great that you
Okay.
got that. Okay, and on this note, since we are talking about sprint backlog item, guys, I want you to go back to the our last session, because that was very and very important, because we touched base some example. We have also talked about definition of done. We had gone for 2 hours of sprint. It was last session was 2 hour of sprint, and this what we are learning is not a sprint, this is a marathon. Okay, and why I'm saying marathon, because if you are learning this, because you are going to do it in your life, in your project, for a longer term basis, and that's why I want you to take everything at T level. When I'm talking about T level, it means whatever I'm sharing, you need to have a laser focus. Don't get comfortable with the things and skip the things. I want you to ask me question if you are not getting something, if you're getting confused at anywhere. Experience what I'm trying to say. Okay, be the role model, be the scrum master, be the product owner when I'm giving the example, be the dev team. Okay, just live in that moment and see what comes to you. Okay, because you will get more understanding on that. So on this note, I am about to end over here. If you don't have any question, Prerna ji, back to you. Do you want to add anything?
No, Gaurav, I think I'm good. We have gave a lot of details today for them to, digest, churn out, and
Yeah.
remember and all that. So I think
Yes.
we are good to stop here. If they have any doubts, please feel free, guys.
So let's simplify the things, and I want to hear your one takeaway today. Not one word. I want to ask you guys one takeaway. Anyone who can start. First of all, did you enjoy today the way we did some exercises or something, and then came back to the topic? Who liked the
Yes,
transition? Thank you,
I liked
Nisha.
it.
Yes, yeah.
Thank you, Dipti. Thank you. It was something different I
Yes,
did today.
thank you for
Thank
your
you.
time with Gauraji and Prenaji. It was a very interesting conversation. Thank you, and we
One
learned.
takeaway.
I learned a lot. Thank you.
Thank you. One takeaway from your learning, Mayank.
Uh, I understand. I understood the difference between review and retrospect very well. So,
Okay, cool. Call out someone's name.
Chanchal.
Chanchal. Yeah, please share one takeaway.
Yeah, today's session was very useful. Actually, you guys gave the detail importance of a sprint review, so I liked it.
Okay, call out one name, please.
Nisha.
Yeah, Nisha ji. Nisha ji, you are muted still.
Yeah, I liked what Prernaji was saying about when you're giving an output, it doesn't have to be only output, but it also has to be the best quality code.
Wow,
The
you got the
end result
takeaway.
might be fine, but it has to be quality, like quick.
Yes. Call out someone's name, please.
Absolutely.
Prernaji.
Prerna ji, yes.
Okay. My today's takeaway from this session is our internal team's interaction. So honestly, me and Gauravji try to make the topic as interesting, as easy to understand. But all of you guys, everybody, I don't want to name any single one of you. Everybody is giving so much of giving interest and asking really very well, intelligent. I would say intelligent and practical doubts. So I'm really happy that we are having this discussions and kind of jam sessions. And last but not the least, Gauravji, thank you so much for that activity. Trust me, it recharged my battery because I have had a tough night yesterday. So thank you so much for that.
Welcome,
Yes.
welcome. Please call out
Yes.
someone's name, please.
Who is pending now? Dipti?
Yeah.
My takeaway would be review and retrospection, because till now I thought they are the same.
Okay.
Retrospection and then the sprint backlog and product backlog. So I have multiple
Superb.
takeaways from today's session.
Wow.
Nice,
Glad to
nice.
hear. Call out my name then.
Yeah, Gauravji.
Okay, thank you. So my takeaway today is, while working with you guys and while delivering and receiving, is one thing is called as feedback. Okay. So this is one key takeaway, and thank you so much for getting engaged with us and learning. And in the process, not only you, we are also learning. Okay, we are learning how to deliver. We are learning how to get you engaged. We are learning how you can learn more. Okay, thank you so much for getting engaged and learning a lot. I'm learning a lot as well. So we are ending the session here with one request. Please go back to the previous session, read them, go through them again. Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Good night. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye
Thank you.
bye bye, guys.